I see his I see what Jim is saying too around 2540 because my let me resend you that picture. Delete this one. That's the upper channel that he's talking about as far as 2540 goes, but he has to break above obviously the other channel that has there. Are you streaming again?
Yeah, I'm streaming today. I figure everything's free anyway. We might get a few people, and who knows, right?
Rogers room is having a tough time with retention.
Well, yeah, when it costs a lot of people money, it's like that, Wall Street Jesus room. St. Lucci lost 300K this month, man. If he lost 300K, how are his members doing? We had some bullish SPY at the end of the day yesterday too. We had 245 five calls and 255 five calls, but I'm thinking those could have been closed.
With the market down 1.6% right now,
I'm listening.
that's like normally like a fucking bad day already.
Yeah, I know.
This we shouldn't take this lightly just because we had a 5% day yesterday.
Yeah, but at the same time, this could be, on the grand scheme of things, a possible ABCD pattern.
It can, it can. Is a chance.
So I drew some trend lines also, right? And you want to see what my
Did
trend
we?
lines look like?
No, we got candle under candle today, right?
We're not under
We got
yesterday's
cup
lows.
instead of a cock.
So I
So
drew
that's
these
not
yesterday. I wanted to
considerable.
show you something. I drew one trend line here yesterday for ES.
I'm sorry, I think you get cut out right there.
But we also, I just want to say, we formed a cup and handle, a perfect cup and handle, and we did not go higher.
This also makes sense. Like I haven't relooked at it, but after reading a recent article, uh, things like Apple, AMD, Nvidia, Amazon, shit like that were down from like 25 to like 50%. Meanwhile, ES and the indices are only down like 15% or 20%. It's not even catching up. So how does that make sense that everything's down so much where and S&P is still up or like
Well, it's a
outperforming?
constant rebalancing act, right? For instance, S&P got moved up by when Apple was 230, right? And S&P barely made new highs, right? And then when Apple crashed, nothing was really crashing with Apple as fast, right? Except for the S&P, and it was a constant rebalancing act. People were still buying into the S&P even while the Apple was moving down.
Okay.
So the concept is like the S&P will constantly get rebalanced, and people will constantly weigh different equities, different underlyings differently based on the movements, right? So just because Amazon is down 50% doesn't mean that the S&P should be down 50%. How much weight is Amazon in the S&P is what you have to ask.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I was thinking. At least a minimum of at least 25% down that we should be, and we're only around 20%. Well, as of prior to yesterday, we're down 20%.
Hey, I'm in both puts and calls right now for the reason that this market can go either way, right? I have further out calls than I have my puts because uh, I see a lot more reward in puts. We were just in the 230s yesterday. Why can't we go back there?
Yeah, that's the case I'm trying to build. I think there's still more downside on indices. See how much PPT is effective. It might not be effective here.
Right.
Do you have your purple suit on today?
No, I'm just wearing my regular shirts, regular button down.
So after you get tailored, you'll have your purple suit this week. You mean? Just kidding.
No, I didn't go with the purple suit, man. I thought the purple suit was a little too flashy. So what I went with was the uh I went with a window pane suit. If you're on the stream, I'll show you what I got. I
I'm
got
not
I
there yet.
I got this guy right here.
Let me go there.
So Spies created a new Darvis box in the 4-hour, it looks like. Yeah, that 30-minute breakout on the Spy was real yesterday on the Keltner channel.
I have to watch this stupid ninja commercial before I get to you. Oh, okay. Let's see. What am I looking at?
The suit I got.
I was gonna say besides the suit I see here.
Oh, the 30-minute breakout on the Keltner on the Spy yesterday. Just textbook. It was just textbook.
Is that where you're okay. Oh.
And so I just added another study, Bollinger Band fib ratios. I think it's a little messy. So take a look, right? On the 4-hour, we got Spy kind of bouncing off of that. It just got off over the middle Keltner on the 4-hour, and now it's right below it. Everything's like right in the middle. Everything is just so it's just in the middle. 8 minutes till the bell. I mean, based on my chart, we can go right back down here. I mean, we tested the top here, right, of my little megaphone.
Rogers just says 50-50 as well.
We are in no man's land. Like I said, however, if the SPY, if it makes a move up, right, if it makes a move higher, we're gonna test that top again, which is what? Let me check here. That top again, which is around 2474, right? If we go to 2474, then it really becomes a 50-50 if we're gonna break over. But as of right now, there is also that move to 2303. But that's like, being really, really bearish. And not taking into account possible PPT. Yeah, all the SPY yesterday towards close was very, very bullish. Okay, VIX is at 25.75. Looks like we want to try to form a cup and handle here to 26 handle here. The put call ratio still has not updated. We're gonna have a open at 9 in about 3 minutes. So currently 9:27. Currently, futures are lower by 40.5 points. Futures are currently sitting at 24.30 after yesterday getting all the way over to 24.65 and 24. What is that? 24 24.77 high in the aftermarket before futures decided to take a little bit of a plunge. NQ is also catching a bit of a bid here. YM and ES currently flat in basing. This could be a possible ABCD move, but I'm not going to count it yet. Yesterday's trend reading closed at 0.25, which is indicative of this move down in the morning, along with the put call ratio being 0.91 yesterday close. We are about to open, guys, in 30 seconds. All right, gentlemen, there's the bell.
Order filled.
All right, I closed my SPY 270Cs just in case. Don't want to get caught in my pants down there. Still have the 300 calls.
This pump might be fake. ADD's at negative 1800.
Yeah, I do see VIX is sitting at 25.6. The volume internals are currently at the opening at a negative. UVol DVol currently also opening at a negative. Put call ratio still not updated. Trend is sitting at 1.27, but trend this early in the morning is usually very it's usually very inaccurate. So we have to wait to see where the reading actually takes us. SPY currently sitting at 243. It is currently down from where SPY was yesterday. So this is kind of already starting out to be a kind of a bad day for the SPY, since we didn't hold yesterday's high. But like I said, this could be the start of a possible ABCD pattern. We'll be watching what happens to the SPY as the day goes on. We currently still have our 200 puts, and I have the 300 calls on the SPY. The 270 calls, I already closed them this morning for a couple of dollars. Didn't want to hold through it because there was so much there were so many questions on it. We got no flow this morning yet. There's no flow coming in yet.
BA put.
Something's wrong with my there we go. What do you want to do? 300 puts?
Yeah, I'm looking at those. The price is jumpy, so crazy.
We can go 290 next week if you want. The thing is, SPY is coming up right here. Yeah, the price on those BA puts are jumping and jumping and jumping. I see that.
Order cancelled.
There's a lot of price discovery going on BA right now. Okay, volume internals look like they are currently red and negative. We have to wait for some sort of trend to kind of show up here. The VIX is currently sitting at 25.62. Are we pouring one out for St. Lucie? Okay, so ES is currently still sitting in that middle of the channel there. We got a significant amount of volume here, actually.
$15 squeezing, but I don't know to which.
Point of control is at 242.63 right now. Yesterday's point of control is 245.96, where the value area was at 241.22. Our value area today is 242.37 to 243.11. We are currently trading at the upper end of the value area, it looks like. I'm restarting the motive wave. There's something wrong with the charting here. All right, there we go. Now things are showing correctly. All right, SPY now at 243.65. So volume internals are still showing us kind of red here. Trin is now dropping. The put call ratio is at 0.76. ADD currently sitting at negative 1800, so we're still negative here. Volume internals still look pretty bad. Okay, we got some flow that already coming in now. We got bullish AMD flow. Strike price 17 at the reference price of 1765, 161K bet. We have MGM 23 strike. MGM, that sounds actually like it could be a decent play there. We have to study that MGM. IWM 135 calls for March 2019. Long, half a mil. So ES looks like it's actually trying to grind higher, despite volume internals showing us negative. VIX is dropping a little bit here. The ADD sitting at negative 1805 still, 1806. But volume internals look pretty bad. Volume internals are still showing us possible downside, but we are getting a sizable pump. Trin now rising to 1.47. Trin is now rising to 1.47. We're getting a Trin spike here, guys. Trin now 1.51. Trend spike usually indicative of a move down. We got GLD calls being opened. $1 million. Strike price of 123. Reference price of 120.53. It's a multi-sweep $1 million long on GLD. Hey, Bob.
Все равно, Ричи, зайди. Потому что
Хорошо.
я, когда закрыл
Volume internals seem to be getting a little bit worse. The volume internals seem to be going lower and lower, indicative of a further move down.
It's not one of them out of the gate strong pushes, that's for sure. I'm sensing a fade here.
Me too.
I'm glad we're on the same page here.
I mean, where can this market really go?
It needs to give up some of that 5%.
Order filled.
I mean, yesterday's pump was unhealthy.
Yep. So I'm thinking we might even go back to the bottom of the trend. It's very possible that we can go back to 2300, but that's only if we get like an actual capitulation move. As of right now, the volume internals are showing us, down. Trend is definitely moving to an extreme level, so we're gonna have to monitor the trend. And if the trend decides to get sold off like it did yesterday, then obviously we're gonna have to flip the switch.
He's getting some pressure.
It's crazy. Like we can take BA 300 puts for this week and possibly get that move all the way back down to 292. You want to try it for it?
Yeah, I took 305s. I took Netflix puts as well.
You took 305s for this week?
Yeah.
What'd you get them at?
320.
So you're break even on them right now.
Yeah, pretty much flat. Netflix puts, I got 245 puts. I in at 278 and it's at 330.
I have a feeling the Amazon puts are where it's going to be at.
Yeah, I missed the drop on that.
It's crazy though. Next week, 1,300 puts are $9.
Yeah.
But that means that the move is going to happen. That means they're
Yeah.
pricing in the move.
Yeah, Amazon's already dropping right now.
Yep, SPY's already dropping as well.
Yeah.
So our
we're
200
going
puts
down.
are going to pay us out right now for the SPY. The 200 February 1st puts, those will pay us out. And we're still holding those March 300 calls. We have smaller position in those, and those are high speculation plays. Good morning. Hey, Francis, what's going on? I got to go down to the club today. Okay, we're at cash lows now. We're looking like we want to break those lows.
ADD is negative 2,000 now.
Are you up on those BA puts?
Yeah, they're at 350 now. Short the spikes, guys. Oh god, and he was looking so.
Bye-bye, SPY. All right, gentlemen, I'll be right back. I got to go take care of a few things. And then I actually have to go down to the club. So I might be back for a few minutes, and then I got to run out. So I will probably shut down the stream then. Anyone who's listening on the stream, you guys can join us in the chat room and in the voice chat. We are open this week to the public for the next week, 2 weeks, I believe. And you can see how we do and what we do. We've already posted a few trade ideas. Those are all essentially up now. And hopefully you guys can make some money with us.
Alright, so since you said that, I opened up a premium chat for everyone. Originally, people couldn't talk or type or type.
I thought we were keeping it that way. Participation still requires membership.
Okay, because I thought you said something about joining us in
Yeah.
chatting and stuff. So.
Well, there is the public chat.
Right. Okay, then let me take that away then.
Right now, it's viewing only for everyone.
Alright, it's fixed. I exited the Netflix puts.
Those AMD rolls are going to make us some money too. And we have essentially less than our original value from the 11 puts in there. and we have a better strike and more time on them. So you tell me, how's that trade working out? All right, gentlemen, I'll be back later.
All right.
I'll shut down the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the morning stream.